I think we're good. Alright. How do I usually begin these? It's been a couple of weeks. Okay, so... I think I'll begin with this. Greetings, campers, and welcome to DeFrehn Live. I'm your host, Aidan DeFrehn. Now, last time, I basically ended the beginning of live requests. Now, don't worry, it will come back in August. And as an added bonus, I'll probably open the thing back up for... I'll probably open it back up for at least 5 more slots. Hello, Cartoonzanias, Tevamations, and New Tab. Hey, Plush Blue. Alright. So, in today's episode of DeFrehn Live, I'm gonna be drawing some print ads for a couple of my comic series. Or just comics, I should say. So, you know what? Let's just jump into it. I keep forgetting that these are actually the 2 characters I haven't really drawn that much. How's it going, Donnie? Thanks for redesigning my OC. You're welcome, Heavamations. Alright. Starting off with People Are Crazy. Indeed. Now, I actually had an idea for what I wanted to do. Wait, I think I got it. Well, sorta. It's still gonna be a little work in progress, as some of you may know. Alright. I'm doing good. Well, that's good. Now, despite not really having drawn these characters in a while, I still sorta know their archetypes, particularly Will's. See, I wrote Will to be a sorta comedian, which I've only discovered, I think, twice throughout the run. Alright, everything's fine. It's good to hear, Donnie. Alright, so... And yes, I am kind of guilty of sometimes drawing the DreamWorks face. So when are you doing another live request stream? The next live request thing is probably going to be the first Tuesday in August. Unless something else is scheduled, in which it'll probably be the next Tuesday in August. But for right now, it's going to be the first Tuesday in August. See, this was how I originally drew him like back in 2019, sort of. And then I think around, I don't know when, but I recently gave him a slight redesign. Originally, I wrote People Are Crazy to take place during the modern day, but I found out it would be, I don't know, a little more interesting if it took place during the 90s, particularly the year sorry, particularly the floating timeline of 1993. Also, despite this being a sort of newer Weezer logo on a shirt, yeah, it's kind of weird that I still kept the new sort of Weezer logo on. Well, despite it taking place in 1993. Then again, I think 1993 was when Weezer was starting, so I guess it kind of fits. Alright, and then. Alright, and then. Alright. Sorry if there's any background noise. Alright, and then. Alright. I think out of the two, I think L would probably be one of my favorites to draw. Particularly her hair. Oh, and little known fact, Elle's hairstyle was heavily inspired by, what's her name? Janelle Monáe? Particularly in the music video for We Are Young with, I think the band's name was Fun. which I actually listened to the entire album one day, and I was like, I don't want to say it's underwhelming, but the only tracks I liked were the first three. Or four if you count the Some Nights intro. Yeah. If you had a favorite Boards of Canada song, what would it be? I don't know if I've ever listened to any of their stuff. Hang on, let me look up the name. Oh. We Are Young is a good song. Indeed. It's like whenever I hear it on the radio, I just get flashbacks to when I was like, when did that song come out? Was it like 2011, 2012? So I was like 8 or 9 years old when it first dropped. I'm thinking it's 2011. I mean, the only real. Oh, and by the way, Boards of Canada. The only time I've ever heard any of their music was in a sample collection, sort of. Where they apparently sampled the MM11 jingle. Oh yeah, We Are Young dropped September 20th, 2011. So yeah, I was probably like 8 years old when it first dropped. Golly, I'm getting old. Alright, and I think that might do it for the rough sketch, so. I enjoy Roy G. Biv for some reason. I see. How's it going, Teaspoon? Call me Caden. Or Cadence. Alright, Caden. I'm tea made out of a spoon. Which is actually kind of funny when the character I'm drawing is supposed to be British. I mean, if you read some of the People Are Crazy comics from, like, I want to say early to mid 2020, it would seem a little more obvious. I have a British friend. Nice. Alright. I think I'm just gonna lower the opacity a little bit more, just so it kind of stands out, you know. Your art style looks like Butch Hartman's. I mean, yeah, you could say that. Although I have taken a little more cues from Stephen Silver. You know, the guy who did the character designs for Danny Phantom. I think he also worked on the Johnny Test reboot, actually. And then I think he also did Kim Possible. Or rather, I think Stephen Silver did the character design revisions for Johnny Test, the reboot. But yeah. I mean, either way, you could kind of say that in terms of making cartoons, I guess Butch Hartman kind of influenced how I would draw some of my stuff. And there was also a promo. Remember when they did those promos on Nickelodeon back in the day where actually I think it was Nicktoons. It's the ones where the people who worked at Nickelodeon at the time were basically giving us the whole behind the scenes sort of thing. And then Butch Hartman actually did one where he basically explained this whole bouncing ball animation using, I think, sticky notes. That's the first one that comes to my mind. The way you draw characters is like something a Nickelodeon employee would draw. Yeah, I was trying to go for more of a Cartoon Network sort of thing, like, say, Dexter's Lab, Powerpuff Girls. Although I can see the similarities with Nickelodeon, too. Alright, let me just... Okay. Can't make faces, I guess. I mean... The art of emoticons is difficult, but not impossible. But at least you're trying. Alright, and then... I can only do these ones. Oh yeah. I guess the aforementioned emoticons. The OG emoji. Alright, let's see here. Actually, quick question. Do y'all want me to show the coloring process, or rather, inking and coloring of this too? And then... Oh yeah, I usually draw my character short-sleeved. I think the inking could work well. Well, thank you. Alright. And I already finished the sketch. I also kind of like how I'm kind of referencing the first comic with these two. Well, one of the first comics. The actual first comic of People Are Crazy actually starred my oldest OC, Adrienne, and my newest one at the time, Mariah, which I rarely ever use. Probably because I have no projects where Mirai would ever be used. Like, the first comic to feature these characters, which is actually number 2, I think that was the one I'm referencing here, sorta. So, let me just see how it started and how it's going. Just so we know that there's progress going on, you know? Alright. Oh, that's right, I forgot to... There we go. I'd say that's a decent lesson in life. Always check your mistakes. Always check your mistakes real early before you really do anything. Otherwise, the whole process would probably be wasted. There we go, I think that might work. Wait, nope. Good enough. What kind of Wacom tablet are you using? I'm using the Wacom Intuos Pro, sorta. It's the screenless one. I think it costs like, what, around $80 when I first got it. I first got it back in, like, I want to say 2018, 2019. It was a Christmas that year. Yeah, I think it might be. Yeah, I think it might have been, like, 2018. I guess I should also mention that in school, whenever I have all my work done, I would usually print out physical versions of my comics. Particularly stuff for the boulders. Although I think I did actually print out a few People Are Crazy comics. I think the last comic I ever printed in school was the original Boulders comics, like the ones I call the Boulders, the classics. Hey, Mikey. Did your schoolmates find your comics intriguing? I don't think they ever saw them. I feel like the only ones that may have seen them are my teachers, so. Did you get the memo? My birthday's next week. Oh, really? Well, happy early birthday, Mikey. Or Mike, I should say. Sorry, I was just wondering. You don't have to be sorry. It's on the 18th of Monday. Nice. I think the only real thing that's probably going to bother me is the fact that the thick line thing is really only going to work in like smaller areas. Like, I want to say that the 2000 pixel range is really when it works. This is a canvas that's like 8.5 by 11 at 300 pixels per inch, so. Alright. I almost got the hairstyle first try. It's kind of cool. You know, this actually would have been a lot easier if I had my XP pen. Although, side note, I actually do still have my XP pen, Artist 12. The only reason I don't use it anymore is because the tablet requires some sort of HDMI port. The only problem with that is that my monitor only has one. Actually, scratch that. My PC only has one HDMI port, so. Hey, Clarabelle. So until I find out which way would work the best for a second HDMI port, I'm probably going to end up using an adapter. So for now, I'm just going to be using my original Wacom tablet that I've been using since 2018, 2019. Have I caught up with the lore that was made on multiple channels? I kind of wish I had the time to. Alright, so there's a whole rabbit hole happening with Jacob H. and many others. Oh yeah, I think I saw a stream earlier today saying... I think I saw one of your streams earlier today. What was it, like, Jacob is gone or something like that? Speaking of rabbit holes, I actually wrote a script for a video I kind of want to make. The video is about my interpretation of, well, my logo bloopers. It's some wild ARG stuff you would be loving. I mean, I am a pretty big fan of Steven Universe, so I'm sure I would find it interesting. So yeah, speaking of rabbit holes, I was considering on making a video about, my interpretation of logo bloopers. Particularly how I hated my version of logo bloopers. It would probably be similar to something like, I want to say Trevor from Media Mementos' VeggieTales Abridged video. I think it was called something like... Hang on, let me check. Yeah, his version was going down the VeggieTales Abridged rabbit hole. I kind of wanted to make a video similar to that. But the thing is... And I already have the script ready. It's just... I don't know how my reputation would go after I make it. Actually, if y'all want to see the script, DM me on Discord. Because I still have the file for it. The script. For the video. What's my Discord username? It's the same as my YouTube name. Except the four numbers are 2694. The thing is, I'll probably send you the script after the stream is over. Oh, I actually have another idea for if I ever do a second DeFrehn Live thing for this month. Yeah, it's supposed to be the 19th, so I may end up working on another idea, sorta, for that's People Are Crazy related. Spoiler alert, it has something to do with Zach and Lucy. And before you ask, it's not canon to the comics. At least, not exactly. So, do you all think I should maybe do some world building for People Are Crazy? Or should it just stay, like, episodic? Because even though I only sorta have continuity between comics, particularly with Crocky Balboa, the whole crocodile situation. As I mentioned on DeviantArt, Crocky Balboa was... I think People Are Crazy should remain episodic. Okay. Yeah, I feel it's just not that time yet. Although, I have put in some sort of continuity, particularly from the Camper comics. Well, Campers comics. Because I usually have some sub-series for People Are Crazy. That's what I've been doing to some of my comics, giving them at least some sort of plot. One of the first People Are Crazy things to receive that sort of treatment was probably Campers. And then I think maybe like a year later, I ended up doing a sort of Valentine's Day special, naming it Various Valentines. Now, the thing that kind of links them together is the whole from V at the end. And considering there was only one character I developed for People Are Crazy that had a V in her name, spoiler alert, it was Veronica. The same one from Campers. I think another character that made a brief return in the People Are Crazy canon is, I think, Crocky Balboa, which was actually based on a real crocodile that was actually in the Levittown area. Who was, I think the alligator, or maybe crocodile, was given the subtitle Crocky Balboa. And the character Crocky was named after and based on him. Come to think of it, I haven't really thought of any ideas for People Are Crazy in like a while. Which is why I kinda want to do some sort of fan submission for ideas. I kind of want to do it during November. Cuz as some of you may know, Summer Campers returns in August. The new series of Boulders comics is supposed to come out in September. And then I think I might participate in Inktober, though we'll see about that. Actually, I think I might participate in Inktober. So, for I think the 3rd anniversary of People Are Crazy, I think I might do a sort of fan submission for ideas in November. You know? Accidentally hit my microphone. and then for some reason I keep thinking about, doing some sort of parodies. Like, remember back in 2020 when I think the first few Animaniacs episodes came out? Actually, I think it was the entirety of season 1, actually. I ended up doing a sort of parody with. I ended up drawing a sort of parody with Slappy Squirrel. The one that said, enough with the reboots already. And it featured some sort of depictions of the crappy 2016 Powerpuff Girls. Now, despite what people have you believe, the DreamWorks face is just as complicated to draw as any other face. Alright. And yes, Will here is clearly modeled after Chris Rock. Who knew the Will Chris connections went all the way back to 2019? Actually, just to sort of give a demonstration of the DreamWorks face, let me just because. Anyway, back to whatever I was doing. Clearly, you don't have an air fryer. The caption goes well with the DreamWorks face. Yeah, for Will here, I was going for a sort of Johnny Bravo sort of thing. And then, in terms of memes with said expression. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. This work came out really good. Thanks, Heavamations. I think I'm probably just gonna add like some sort of subplot where Will is trying to impress Elle. Alright. Excuse me for 1 second. I gotta grab some dinner.
Verb makes a statement. Yeah, verb tells it like it is.
sorry for the hold up. Did I miss anything? I don't think I did. Okay, good. Anyways, back to whatever I was doing. I kind of miss when I kind of miss when I made the top of the line a lot more thick with the characters. Alright. Let's see. And this was how I used to color in my comics. I kind of want to get an offset printer just so I can, recreate that old comic effect. Because I've been wanting to do that for a long time. And if you've seen any of the physical versions of my comics, then you'll be able to see why. Especially the older ones, like the Boulders, which issues 1 through 10, I decided to give the subtitle. I wanted to give it the subtitle, The Classics. Because, they've been out for like 2 years now. There we go. guess I'll try this background. Oh, what do we have here? That's actually kind of interesting. Hang on, let me try something. Huh. Haven't really had that happen to me. Yeah, that is totally new. Oh, I see what's happening here. I don't know why that's happening. I guess it's just happening. That is actually kind of interesting. Let me try... Yeah. Maybe if I try messing with the blending modes. Oh, that's why. There we go. And now for something completely different. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Okay, I guess that was kind of funny. Let me just see how it looks against. Cause I'm like that. I guess maybe if I tone it down a little. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Yeah, I'm kind of like that. What was I gonna do? I kind of want to add the vectors, which are the logos that I use for the thing. But I guess just for now, I'm just gonna do a signature. Because, just so people will know it's my art. Been trying out this vertical. Actually, let me change this to multiply. Oh yeah, that's actually kind of cool. I like that. I should honestly consider that. Okay, I guess that'll do for now. So yeah. Vertical... Wait. Yep, there we go. So, alright, I got my signature. Okay, perfect. I'll probably add the logos later. Or I could just do it right now since there's a little theme I've been sort of doing. Let me see if I can... Yeah, it's not here, so... Okay. So, next up... This. Alright, so... I actually started working on this last night, but the result was not what I wanted, so... Speaking of results I don't really want, there we go. There we go. Yeah, see, this was the problem I was having last night. Yeah, no. Good enough. It's boulders time. Indeed it is. Actually, I think that works a little better. Alright, and then... I think I'm probably just gonna work on Susan. I mean, she is probably one of my favorite characters I've ever created. And yes, this was one of the sketches that I drew back in... Actually, I think I have the date right here. July 1st. First day of July. Which is this month, actually. It's actually kind of funny. Alright. So, that's... Actually, since I'm home this weekend, I think I might end up doing another episode of DeFrehn Draws. I just have to find out, or I have to find which character I should draw for DeFrehn Draws. Because now that I've done all of my original stuff, like Posthumous, Boulders, People Are Crazy, that kind of stuff, I'm probably just going to end up doing what I did in the old series and just draw a bunch of characters from stuff I like, you know? Regarding the boulders, do you have a favorite comic you've worked on? That is a very good question. But if I had to pick a favorite, and it's especially hard since early on in the series I decided to go for the sub-series route that people are crazy ended up taking first. So, I guess my favorite comic would probably be the Christmas Vacation. The Christmas Vacation sub-series. Probably because that's the one I feel like the most effort went into it. Especially, I think, numbers 1 and... I think 1 and 4 were probably one of my favorites. Especially number 4, since that's the one where I take a different sort of art direction. Because Karen's in silhouette mode throughout the entirety of it. You know? Then again, I kind of have a soft spot for Going Green since that was the first real sub-series I worked on for the Boulders. As well as the first real comic to actually go for the boulder. Actually, let me phrase that better. Going Green was one of the first signs of the Boulders going the way that I actually wanted it to. Having it be a long form sort of comic series that would sometimes be printed. Because that was originally going to be the plot of... Because back when I was first developing the Boulders, I actually wanted it to have more of a sort of web comic-y kind of feel. And the first episode was going to be about Karen getting the... I think it was a toy in a cereal box. I mean, I feel like it would kind of be a plot that I would be interested in now, especially since I now have the experience. And yes, like I mentioned on numerous occasions, since I'm working on Matt here, I'm probably just going to be talking about all the behind the scenes stuff sort of going on with him. You see, Matt originally had a little blanket around him, and similar to Linus from the Charlie Brown comics. The reason I scrapped the idea I actually ended up scrapping the idea very early on, because I don't really want to be seen as a plagiarist. We just kind of hypocritical, since half of the jokes in Logo Bloopers Episode 6 were copies of various different stuff. Alrighty then. I guess that'll have to do for now. Guess maybe I should... There we go. So yeah. And then here's what I ended up completing earlier. So I guess it's around that time, I guess. Gather around, little ones, it's music time. Alright, let me just get myself situated. Sorry about that, I had to grab a bite out of my taco. No, really, it's a... what's a good song? There we go. Well, sorry about that. I accidentally... Okay, let me just, Alright. I was planning on learning another one. Hopefully, once I play this one, hopefully once I play a little bit of that, I'll probably think of it. It's been 2 weeks, so please forgive me. What's also good? Actually, maybe I can combine these two. Hang on a minute. Sorry about that, folks. Anyways, where was I? Oh, yes. There we go. Let's see. That's a little... There we go. I don't know. There we go. What else? I think I got it. What was it? Oh yeah, this one. Let me see if I can. Name any trailer with that sound, and you'll earn right. You'll earn my respect. Hang on, let me just. There we go. I think I got it. What else? Yeah. Anyway, what else? Oh, that was kind of. I think let's go back to piano and turn the volume down some. I don't know why it just sounds a little more epic when it comes to sustain mode. What else is good? I don't even know. What else? think there was also... There we go. I forgot how it went. Something like that. Just because I want to. What else? Oh, that's a little loud. Try to take me down now. Try to take me down now, record labels. But seriously. Up next in DeFrehn's musical mashups. There we go. I don't know. Something like that. I don't know. Wait. know. um, Alright, what else? Ooh. Let's see. There we go. Something like that. Whoa, that was a little loud. We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. Did I get Aidan rolled? Indeed. Although I think the proper term would be riff rolled. Because, you know, piano riff, sorta. What else? What else? Wait, I still have the... Let's see, where... Oh yeah, it was right here. No, that was... I don't know. Could you tell I'm a Led Zeppelin fan? once I get my ukulele back, I'll probably try learning, you know, Back in Black. What else? I guess I might as well end with this. What was it? There we go. Used to play the uke? I didn't know that. I mean, it was in the previous episodes. Little bit of REO Speedwagon, Keep on Loving You. You know, that kind of thing. Alright. I guess I might have to do it with music time. Getting myself situated here. Alright. So, this is the part of the video where I go for a mini Q&A, so if anybody has any questions, leave it in the chat. Hang on, let me mute my microphone. I am eating a taco right now, so. Hey, it's Blue Dragon. We're at the Q&A session of the show, so if you have any questions, maybe leave it in the chat. Well, I guess if nobody has any questions. Oh, and by the way, it's Blue Dragon if you're still in the chat. This is what what I worked on earlier. As well as a little bit of this. So yeah, I guess if nobody has any questions, I guess I'll just end it here. So, with that said, thank you guys for watching. comment, like, and subscribe, and stay cool, dudes.